life in the claim was never easy. Living here. Kept the wheel turning off.
Soldiers await orders just inside the main gate in Palace Square. Better here.
I like to pace
The sun
myself.
shines on those who
Right
mind
now,
their own, so they say.
Moments like this, I start
I
wondering.
tell you, never have children if you can avoid it.
I tell you, never have children if you can.
Maybe I'll go fishing. Egg for breakfast makes one sitting well with me.
I've got a lot on my mind, sorry.
It's always the ones who least expect to cause you trouble.
Move along, you have no lawyer. You wouldn't be so eager to speak. Another woman in the Hunter's Lodge? How many do they need?
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching the sword. That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up. I told you what I saw. The thief rolled out the window, sword in hand, and fled by me. I told you what I...
Any news about my stolen sword?
Not yet. I'll see what I can do about...
You're looking well. May the sun light your way.
Just stay out of their way for now. Makes this a little easier.
Here's a phase I don't mind seeing. You could spend your whole life in Meridian and never live the same. Back from the wilds. Come on back if you find. I'd like to discuss a trade with you, Outlander. I once caught it.
Nothing like sipping a drink and strolling along the vistas listening.
I thought I told you.
I'm here to present trophies to the Sunhawk of the Lodge. 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker for good measure.
I suppose Talana helped you with this.
I brought these down myself. Will you accept them?
Fine, yes. I accept them. But tell Talana she should stop playing with sludge if she wants to get Redmaw.
The Hunter's Lodge admits women and
More
savages.
trophies? No?
Tradition mean nothing anymore?
Then you're not welcome in my presence.
Right now,
When I gave him my trophies, Assis said you should be spending more time finding Redmaw than helping me.
That bunghead isn't wrong. But there isn't time to find Redmaw right now. You're gonna help with something else.
Oh? And what might that be?
Meet me outside.
Avad's peace has brought prosperity back to the Sundom. This is a twilight time if I ever saw it.
You wanna help? Here's someone who needs it. Go ahead, Ilsati.
I live in Lone Light, northeast of here. I barely escaped because Glinthawks attack anyone who ventures out. We have so few shards. Will you help? We have nowhere else to turn.
Sometimes members receive an honorarium for the hunt. Assis should have accepted this one, but he refused. The price was too low.
How generous.
In the past, I would have gone with Takas to handle this. But what say you and I take it on? I'll meet you at Lone Light.
What about Redmaw?
Are you in or not?
All right. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
I'll make sure Ilsati makes it back to Lone Light. Meet you there? It's just northeast of here.
I hope you can help us in Lone Light.
I'll make sure Ilsati... About time you
So
showed
they
up!
woke up.
More Glinthawks incoming! More coming!
One less enemy of the Sundom.
That seems to have taken care of them.
But more always come. The soldiers at Morning's Watch don't even bother to fight them anymore.
They must be attracted to the kills I saw upriver. I should go back, but if more attack here...
I'll watch the village. You go ahead.
I thought you wanted to do this together.
You don't need me to hold your hand.
By the sun, victory is ours.
More Glinthawks. Scrabbling a bit. Could use one focus. Got their attention. Crevices everywhere. No wonder the Glinthawks were drawn here. Those blinds up there concentrate fire on a target. Makes it impossible to fight back. It's a cheat. And a wasteful one, too. Amateurs will leave easy tracks to follow. These must be the Snapmaw hunters. I'm here on behalf of the nearby village. Seems your kill zone is creating a Glinthawk problem for them.
Yeah, well, they're not the only people with problems. If we don't get enough Snapmaw hearts to pay off a loan, we lose everything.
I don't follow.
I borrowed shards to buy seeds. The harvest went bust, and now they're coming for the debt. We could lose the farm, our home.
I'm sorry about that, but Glinthawks are attacking people because of what you're doing here.
Not my problem. None of us are leaving until I get what I came for.
None of us?
You didn't think it was just us two, did you?
No one wins if we fight. Surely we can reach a compromise somewhere short of death?
We've been harvesting Snapmaw hearts for days. I only need one more, and then I can settle my debt and save our home.
If I get the last heart, do you promise to stay away?
It's a good deal. Yabasha took a hard hit with that last one.
Okay, fine. We need the shards.
I'll do this for you once, and once only. Stay here till I get back. Saving these for the trail. Those hunters. There, the heart you need. Now what about your promise?
A deal's a deal. And now I can pay off my debt. We won't be back.
Good. Keep it that way.
Aloy. Congratulations. I wanted to make sure you could handle yourself.
You were watching the whole time?
Of course. Tarkus, may the sunlight is passing, taught me many things. First of which was, a hawk never abandons their thrush.
Wait. Are you saying...
I'd like to sponsor you for membership. What do you say to hunting machines, winning trophies, and unseating Assis?
I'm in. I'll meet you back at the lodge as soon as I'm able.
targets here.
Would you like to buy something today?
Check out these wares.
Drops of blood leading away.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Hope everything's in order.
More blood. I'm still on the trail.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Still more blood. The thief got cut.
Fine, good.
Trail ends here. But someone
These
must
aren't
have seen the
goods.
thief.
They're necessities.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
Won't find better wares.
Excuse me, Outlander? I'm looking for
Like what I
Banuk
have for sale, I
artifacts.
promise.
Tell you what I missed. The sound of a hammer on steel.
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
I'm sure it's
My
a
mother
lie,
told me to
but
see it
somebody
clean it out.
No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by. Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah. Almost crashed into me, too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword, though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
I once caught a glimpse of
The man ran past like a grunting grazer, and he didn't have no sword. Don't know what else to say.
In times of trouble, they inspect incoming goods out beyond the Great Bridge.
May the sun light your way.
I haven't had
I don't think I can help you. I don't need any help. The sun shines on those who mind their own. Why, hello there.
I tell you, never have children.
I need a moment. My duties today are endless. Wonderful!
Well, don't you seem fresh-faced and ready for it?
Find better wares. I've got a lot on my mind.
Fine goods
Sorry.
for a fair price.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
For a fair price. Don't pass up these goods.
Found any Banuk relics in the wilds, Outlander?
These aren't raids.
It's not enough to vandalize it. We should take it down.
Talana, always a pleasure. I see you've brought your pet.
Greetings, Sunhawk. I hereby sponsor Aloy of the Nora for membership in the Hunter's Lodge.
No. Look at her. She's lowborn, a savage. This is beneath even you, Talana.
She has fulfilled the requirements. And Sun King Avad decreed the Lodge should be open to all. Would you like to take it up with him?
The word of the Sun King is indeed law. Even though it will bring ruin to the Lodge, so be it. Do you, Aloy of the Nora, pledge to act rightly and nobly when in service to the Lodge all the days to follow?
I do.
Members of the Lodge, even though Tarkus is barely cold, I present to you Aloy of the Nora. Member and Thrush, what say you all?
To the hunt!
Sponsoring an outlander. While you make meaningless gestures, I'll be finding Red Maw.
Spend your whole life in Meridian and never live the same day twice.
This is a good day.
What's Redmaw?
Few have seen it. A thunderjaw marked by years of battle. Some say it still bears the marks of over a dozen hunters on its flank. How many it has trampled along the way, we may never know. When members go hunting and never return, we often blame Redmaw. But to me, it's more than legend. It's the only machine that will unseat Assis. My sponsor nearly had it, but he didn't make it.
I'm sorry.
Tarkus sponsored me out of loyalty to my family. He was my last link to them, besides the Lodge itself. I have to unseat Assis.
I know why I hate Assis. Why do you?
My family has always boasted members in the Lodge. My father and brother were both Hawks. Assis let their sacrifice be forgotten.
What sacrifice?
They died in the massacre. They should be honored as Hawks. Instead, Assis will not let anyone mention it.
How did your family come to be members of the Lodge?
Karja noble houses have sent sons to the Lodge for generations. Because they needed another place to lord over the commoner. I want to change that. The idea that someone is worthy or not by virtue of birth alone. Everyone thinks they have me pegged as soon as they hear Talana Khan Padish. I hate that.
I understand. My whole life I lived as an outcast from the Nora. They would have been the first to say I wasn't one of them. Yet as soon as I leave the Sacred Lands, everyone calls me Aloy of the Nora. It should be Aloy despite the Nora.
I didn't know. I'll remember that.
What happened in the massacre?
King Jiran's paranoia knew no bounds. He sent thousands of innocents to die in the Sun Ring. When the Hawks of the Lodge called for him to stop the slaughter, he threw them in the ring too. Yet when the machines attacked the condemned, more Hawks leapt into the ring to defend them. And my father and brother were among them.
I'm so sorry. What happened to the men in the Sun Ring?
They died fighting. If you wish to hear the story, Legan can tell it better. He saw it with his own eyes. I did not. The morning of the massacre, my father told me to meet him outside the city. He told me they were planning an escape. I waited for hours until a message came from my father. I had to leave the city. So I fled when I should have fought by his side.
He didn't want you to die with them.
Nor would he want their names forgotten. Especially by the man who benefited most from their deaths, Assis. Now that you're a Thrush, you should improve your reputation. Why don't you hunt down a Thunderjaw and a Stormbird?
You want me to go trophy hunting?
You're not just any Thrush. You're mine. And you better make me look good.
But what about Redmaw?
I will find him. And when I do, I expect you to be there. Having any trouble? Bring back trophies from a Thunderjaw and a Stormbird. No one will doubt you belong here then.
Leave me be, Savage.